Welcome to the show today. We're going over week 5 at Trophy Room Adventures for the 2017 season. Y'all come along and go with us.
Train a coon dog to run. Told me, son, never take more than what you need, and always live your life by the hunter's creed. Boy, don't take that shot unless you're sure it's going down. Boys, you know this dog will hunt.
Well, it's week 5 in Ohio for 2017 season, and we got a good group of people in camp this week. Got a good friend from, well, he's a good friend now anyway, that we made. He's from Australia. He came all the way to Ohio to hunt with us from Australia. Never saw a whitetail before. Always been on his bucket list to kill a whitetail deer, and we was just glad to have him. So let's start out following along with Oscar from Australia here and see what he can get done.
A bit of backstory, I'm a guide back in Australia and we mainly guide on red deer, fallow and sambar. But one thing ever since I've taken up bow hunting about 10 years ago was I needed to go out and hunt whitetail. It's always been number 1 on my list. So finally had a break and yeah, it came down.
You know, Oscar's in the stand for the first time, and don't take long. He sees his first whitetail deer while he's in the woods hunting, and he's all excited, and you can just tell Jesse's filming him a little bit, and Oscar's trying to take pictures on his phone with the deer, and it's just it's amazing to be able to help somebody see their first animal like this, and hopefully we'll get him one before the week's over. Well, you guys take a look at the size of this doe. The one in front there is about the size of the ones we have in North Carolina. The one in back is just huge, and a lot of big deer like that in Ohio. Now, if you thought Oscar was excited to see his first whitetail deer, here's his first little buck he saw in Ohio, and he came back to camp and he was just ecstatic. Now, if you guys follow us on Facebook at all, you know that we're always putting trail camera pictures on Facebook, and we've named a few of our deers, and we named this deer here Touch, and his horns came around, and they practically actually touched when he was in velvet, and the one on the right started curving up a little bit where they had met. And Oscar has saw these pictures, and he's all excited about these deer, and he's hoping to get his hands on one of them. Turns out he does, but it was thanks to Cody Gordon. Y'all check it out. Hey guys, it's about 7 o'clock here on Halloween night. We got a few people out in the stands, and got a text a while ago from Cody Gordon, and he shot Touch for us this evening, and we're fixing to go back here and try to help him get it out. You guys tag along with us. Oh yeah, this right here is where Todd. Cody. This right here is where Cody shot the deer, and there's good blood right off. Y'all can see. What do you think, buddy?
I think I made a good shot on it.
It looks like it. Let's go see if we can find him. Oh yeah, there's some more good blood. Cody's done been down here and found the deer. And there he lays. Oh yeah. Awesome. Who we got there?
He almost touches.
Yeah. That's old Touch. Is that how you feel with that log in
No,
it?
I did that when I sent you
okay.
that picture. Now he's got me stiff like it.
That's Touch.
I mean, there's some long. He's starting to stink. Not too bad, but he's starting to stink.
What do you think, Backfly?
That's him, ain't it?
504. Congrats. I appreciate it. Y'all have no idea.
He swelled up some from 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. His hawks are starting. They're not black, but they're starting to turn. But
Good deer. Good deal. Good deal. That kicker is bigger than I thought it was too. Good deal. Old Touch.
he's grubbing too, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He's dried up a little bit, but he was soaking wet when he come up through here. Cody Gordon from North Carolina with Trophy Room Adventures. I shot this buck last night on Halloween. Scott and them's had a lot of good pictures of this deer over the summer. They even named him Touch. Very blessed and honored to be up here and hunting with these guys. Had a great time, seen a lot of deer. The opportunity is here. Plan on coming back.
Well now, as you can imagine, seeing Touch really gets Oscar excited, and he just can't wait to get back at it again.
Oscar, tell us how your first white-tailed deer hunt went this morning.
Cold. Really, really, really cold.
You know, Oscar and Jesse, they get back at it, and they take a decoy in this afternoon, and they set it up, and they hope that'll change their luck a little bit. And as luck would have it, a little buttonhead comes out, and he falls in love with the decoy. He thinks it's Mom, I guess, but he stays with her all evening. A couple hours he stays out in the field feeding, and he just won't leave this decoy. You know, if you guys follow along with the show, you know that in week 1, Rocky had an encounter with a really nice 8-point. Actually, Austin filmed this deer, and the deer was closer to Austin than it was Rocky, and Rocky couldn't get a shot. But we get back to camp, and turns out Todd Epley is in camp hunting with us this week, and he's had an encounter with the same buck.
Like a rock star.
Hi, this is Todd Upley from Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, hunting with Trophy Room Adventures this week. It's been a good week. Weather's been hit and miss, but we're seeing lots of deer. Saw a lot of bucks today and saw this one come out tonight about 6:20. So if you're looking to have a good time, this is the place to come do it. Thanks.
Now it's getting down to the wire. Oscar's all excited. He's wanting to shoot a deer. He's wanting to, not only just for the trophy, but like I said, he's traveled a long way. He's came all the way from Australia to even see a white-tailed deer. So we give Oscar the green light here, and he's going to take him whatever he can see this afternoon. Now, they start out filming, and Jesse's up in a climbing stand, and the weather's coming in bad, and it's starting to rain. And Jesse has a little problem with his climbing stand. In fact, he almost falls out of the tree if he hadn't been wearing his safety harness. So Jesse ends up having to come back down the tree and kind of hide there on the ground behind a log, and he's trying to film Oscar as Oscar's hunting. And as wouldn't you know, a doe comes in, and Jesse gets busted a little bit, but it turns out the doe, she gets busted a little bit too.
So, about 6:30 here in beautiful Ohio. We got to the tree stand about 4 o'clock this afternoon. Had a young buck, probably about 6 points run past, and then about half an hour later she came past. We've been desperate for a bit of meat at camp, so she sort of fit the bill. Came straight across me at about 20 yards and caught sight of my beautiful cameraman, which sort of gave me a chance to get up and draw back. And yeah, just put broadhead right behind her shoulder. It may have cooked her spine, so she sat there quite quickly. So yeah, it's a great way to end day 3. Extremely ecstatic. This is my first whitetail. That's what we came here for. Yeah, she'll eat well at camp, and we'll get on to bigger and bigger things.
A young 2-year-old doe came storming out of the bush and just stopped dead flat in front of you. Yeah, young Jesse had some issues with his little climber. So he sat on the floor behind a dead log and just trying to record. I'm sure you'll see it in the show. Yeah, she came up and she stopped dead in her tracks when she saw Jess, and then sort of gave me a chance to get up and draw back, and she was completely oblivious that I was there. It was a bit dark, but you know, thankfully we got a nice shot off and took out both lungs, and she didn't even move, just dropped there and then. Shooting a high-powered bow and heavy arrows sort of usually do that on the younger animals. Yeah, we're able to get down and get some meat at camp and yeah, shoot my first whitetail. You know, like back home, we tend to think anything with a bow is a trophy. It doesn't matter if it's got a big set of rack on it or a 2-year-old doe. So I was ecstatic, you know, just being a part of it. Felt really blessed, and you know, said my prayers, and I was really grateful.
We here at Trophy Room Adventures would like to help you reach the hunting destination of your dreams. Whether it be grizzly bear in British Columbia, plains game in South Africa, or trophy whitetail on one of our own properties, contact us today and let's make taking your trophy an adventure to remember. If you fellas want to get your deer to look like these, you need to get in touch with Build-A-Bone. Awesome sponsor ours. We've been using this stuff, and I think it might work.
At this stage, I think it's probably one of the best trips, but it's the best hunting trips that I've ever been on, even though, you know, we only got to shoot a doe, but for me, any animal, anything we get to harvest is always a blessing. I couldn't speak these boys up enough. I think the biggest thing is they haven't, you know, left any rock unturned. They've worked day and night tirelessly just to put me in front of a buck. And at the end of the day, they can only do what they can do. The animals have to read the script as well, and it just didn't go away. But look, I had the time of my life, and I can't wait to come back. To be honest, next year will be almost locked in now, just to come back out there, do it again, and see how we go. But yeah.
Had several close encounters this week. They just weren't communicating the right way.
Yeah, that's hunting for you, mate.
We had bucks under the stand grunting before daylight, and it's just not the right ones at the right time.
Yes. I think the biggest thing I found the difference is, like, with the fallow and the red, even pre-rut, they'll start getting really vocal. Always roaring, always croaking, which sort of give their spots away, which allows you to spot and stalk because you sort of know where they are. But what I've seen with the whitetail, which I assumed before coming here that they were almost identical to the fallow. Once they start going, they're just going to make noise everywhere. But they're a lot quieter than I thought. Again, the rut hasn't completely kicked in, so they've been reserved to do anything. But again, I couldn't ask for anything more. Yeah, you know, we'd all love to shoot those big monsters, but it's about being out there. That's what it is, and you're not going to shoot it from the couch. So it's an excuse to tell the leader of the opposition, which is my wife, bless her little soul, that I'm coming back. And I did promise her that I'll take her to Applebee's and White Castle and all that sort of stuff we see on TV. So yeah, it's been a great trip. Thank you so much to, I guess, everyone here for being so hospitable. Is that the word?
Yes.
Yeah, hospitable. I haven't felt like a guest. I've felt more like part of family. To Scott, Austin, my man Jesse, who's been with me every step of the way the whole week. Dougie Boy and John, but us Australians call him Jono. They've always been smiles no matter what, always been encouraging. And yeah, I just couldn't think of a better group of boys to hunt with. The boys that were in camp, you know, from Wisconsin and Virginia, we all sat down and had a laugh and just swapped stories. And at the end of the day, that's what hunting's about. It's why we do it. You make new friends, and yeah, there's always next year.
And it's been fantastic to have you in camp, and we look forward to having you again.
You're a good man, Jess.
Good to see you.
Cheers.
Well, guys, there you have it. Week 5 in 2017 here in Ohio. And we had an awesome week. We had some great guys in camp. Got to make a good friend from Australia, and he's coming back with us this year. And guys, if y'all want to come up, y'all want to be part of the show, all you got to do is look us up on Facebook or go on the website, www.trophyroomadventures.com. Check us out. All the information's on there. Or you can give me a call, write me a note, send me a letter, whatever you need to do, whatever you want to do to get in touch with me is fine. And we'll be glad to help you guys out, and we'll try to get you on one of these deer up here in Ohio. Now, brand new for 2018, we're not only doing Ohio now, we have properties in Kentucky as well, which is literally right across the river, the Ohio River, from where we are in Ohio. So now if you're looking for a Ohio or a Kentucky hunt, be sure to contact us here at Trophy Room Adventures. We'll do our best to get you on one of these bucks. We'll try to film you, get you on the show, and make you part of the TRA family. So don't hesitate, give us a call, and we'll be glad to talk with you and hook you guys up. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Now, I was about to go to a ranch, believe it or not, and shoot something that was tied up to a tree. That seemed like the right thing to do. But I decided to come here amongst all these hillbillies, just quietly. You don't understand how excited I was to see all these six shooters coming out with straw in their mouth, and I really wanted to see that. But
you figured out we hide our guns a little better.
yeah, I know. I couldn't believe that. Everyone has a gun. Like, Scotty's emptying his pockets and he pulls out a gun. Like, back home, yeah? You get to a retail store, someone asks you for something and you got 100 pockets and you start pulling this stuff out. Most of the coins come out, your phone, your keys, a bit of lint. Nah, here, coins, gun, coins, more guns. Oh yeah, there it is.
Don't forget the ammo for the guns.
John, proud of it too, mind you. He goes, oh, I've got 40 rounds. And then he goes to his car, he goes, oh, I've got another 60. We can't have a handgun full stop. Unless you go to the range, you can't have a handgun. I jump in Scotty's car and there's this gun just lying on the floor. No wonder you all get shot. And then we overshot the driveway and we got to your neighbours. He's Amish. Is he Amish? He goes, I think so. So I opened the window and me being me, sat on the window sill, like, g'day mate! This face just went, and he turned and he grabbed his kids and he just ushered them inside. And I saw the wife and she was sweeping the front porch and she just went, close the door on me. I went, rightio. Don't I feel welcome? Driving to camp and the first thing I hear is like the ultimate hillbilly. It's awesome. Fucking hell.
Okay, TV.
Yeah. There he is, big fella. He just came out with this, say hello.
Hello.
Well,